safety can you buy? If the sea was that strong, maybe we had to fly. Was a good try. I'm a good guy. Please, you said you want. As high as the day I read the paper, before crime would pay, I learned to bury most things. I have succeeded. I won't compete for long. I'm not supposed to show you. I've got two secrets. I only told you one. Dreams of long night, what safety can you find? If the sea was that strong, maybe we had to fly. Somebody make me say no, no. Somebody make me say no, no. Somebody make me say no, no. Somebody make me say no, no, no. Yes, I have succeeded. I won't compete for long. I'm not supposed to show you. I've got two secrets, but I only told you one. Thank you very much. The fevered plastics that seal your body, they won't stop this rain. Hey, hey. I was your eye in the night when the prophets fell. I said it looks like you summer well. I want to stay magical. I want to stay yawning. Well, I want to feel up on your life. I missed you, but it looks like you summered well. All the while the protesters shine the same. You
summer well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
some grace. Turn away and leave me to plead in this hole of a place. 'Cause what if I never break? Estuary, won't you take me far away, far away? Police me, I want you to police me, but keep it clean. How have you been, my days? Now let's take them away. Strong as you seem, old as you behave, you will always obey. On that I see, capital ways teach me to grieve and conspire with my age. Spree, a seething routine I could never navigate. And maybe I like to stray. No heart unseen will be left so clean. Not today. It's like you want it that way.
Thank you very much.
It was Lights from the new album. So it's Interpol live at Apogee for KCRW. And first of all, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time to do this week. Much appreciated.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for having us.
It must be an exciting time for you with the album coming out tomorrow. How's it all going for you?
Well, we have these gentlemen right here. Brandon Curtis, David Tahoe, bass and keys, and as Paul usually says, BVs. They're making it very, BVs, backing vocals. They're making it very exciting for us, especially on the eve of album number 4.
That's right. And how, actually, it's interesting. How has it changed for you working with these two guys who are legitimate rock stars in their own right? Paho is from Slint and the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and Brandon is from Secret Machines, and whose brother we had from School of Seven Bells we had on air last week. So good stuff. But how has it changed the dynamic for you?
I don't know. It's a whole new thing. It's a lot of fun on stage. The audiences seem to be having a lot of fun with us, and I mean, we all get along, and it's kind of an honor to have these two dudes on stage with us. It's a nice, happy family, so it's good.
Now, for those who don't know, they are replacing Carlos D, who departed amicably from the band. But was that sudden, or was it sort of something he just wanted to do other things?
Yeah, he just wanted to do other things, I think, and it wasn't so sudden. In a band like ours, we're all really open with each other. It's a bit like being in a relationship. There's always signs, and so it wasn't, but it's really exactly kind of like that. There's, so I don't think we were shocked. Obviously, disappointed. He's a great guy, but
now he recorded and wrote this record with you, so his fingerprints are all over it.
All over it.
And so, guys, does that kind of put the pressure on you to pick up the slack? And do you try and play like him?
I try to play his parts the way I hear him. I think that's about
interpretation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So here we are on the cusp of this whole album campaign. What do you have in store? I know you're going on the road with U2 in the fall. Does that begin in the fall, or how soon is that?
That's in like 10 days or something like that.
10
yeah,
days?
but it's only like 9 days or something.
All right.
Little average band.
Stick around, you'll find out.
Well, it's terrific that you're taking the time to do these kinds of things around the album, and it feels like you're kind of a back to basics approach on this record, at least being in touch with the street more so. And part of that is also being on Matador, your original label.
No, and I think it just all feels really right. I do think they're a great home for us right now, and I think we're kind of I don't know. We have a lot of loyalty and love for our fans, and I think we're just like it suits us to come and sort of play for people and be face to face.
Nice. So let's talk about the record a little bit. Where did you really write, and where did you record this album?
We wrote and recorded in New York. We wrote it like in the first half of 2009, and then we recorded it at Electric Lady Studios, where we did half of Our Love to Admire there as well, and and we mixed it in London with Alan Mulder. Very good.
I always love this question about the environment that you're working in, and is it safe to say that New York is an inspiration to you when you do write and record?
Anybody? I have some thoughts.
Go ahead.
It was always very hard to answer that question, and then I think from taking time out of New York City and coming back to it, you realize it's just such a hyper-stimulating place, and I think it just revs you up as like everything gets a little. Not always in a good way, but I think in a way our music sort of does reflect in a way that kind of like, you know, a lot of stimulation and there's a lot of grit in New York City too, but it's definitely like a pace. It's a pace thing that just is cranked.
But don't you feel that after having spent so much time there, that you have it deep within you that you could? I mean, I think that we could have written this record in Tahiti. I mean, it all becomes a state of mind, you know. New York leaves such an imprint that it just can't. You could leave for years and it just doesn't go away. There's always a lot to draw upon from that imprint, black imprint.
You know, I spend a little time with the record, and it feels like a very confident album. And I wonder if the sessions felt that way as you came together. Did it feel like, you know, you're just very assertive in putting it down?
I think whenever we go into the studio, we kind of know what we're trying to do. We always have we're not like the kind of band that sort of starts experimenting too much in the studio. We kind of go there when we have like, we've already written everything. We've already kind of explored all these other avenues where we can take the songs. And then we use the studio very much to accomplish what we've decided upon. So, yeah, I think when we went into the studio, we knew exactly what we wanted to leave with.
Has that always been the case with this band?
Pretty much, yeah, no, since day one, the very first record. It's just, I think because we spent so much time before we actually, in New York, before we actually signed a record label deal, that kind of sort of formed that process. We spent like 4 years in New York just playing shows and writing songs, so that gave us time.
Did you find that just came naturally as a group? Because it seems like you've had such a strong aesthetic, you know, overall. The music and the imaging and everything has been just really well done, but confident and well thought out. And actually, I was talking to Lombardi, who's here in the back somewhere. And
Chris, watch out for that guy.
He was telling me that, you know, from the very first meetings with you guys, that's Lombardi from Matador, by the way, for everyone else.
Come on, he puts out our records. And like millions of other great records for the past 21 years. Cheers.
Cheers, man. He told me some other stories, by the way, which we may touch on. But no, but he said from the very first meeting, he was taken aback because you guys just had such a well thought out vision, game plan, everything. You just had it together. I mean, was that did that just come naturally when you got together and you had this vision?
I think aesthetically, it's just the product of 4 kind of strong-minded individuals. That's our sound, and that's, I think, why it was such a firm thing, because it's like we're all sort of nudging our own way into the music, and I think it's just a good combination of individuals. And as far as sort of a game plan, I think, you know, Daniel has a lot of insight into just sort of, he's a good strategizer, and so I think that paid off for us as well.
I think also having like all those years, like 4 years without putting out a record, gives you a lot of time to sort of, you know, think about what you'll do when you get to put out a record.
Well, you've done well. You've done well. Paul, I wanted to ask you about Julian Plenty and the album. When did you write that, and where does that begin and Interpol end for you? Were you just writing things on your own on the side?
Yeah, exactly. It's different. It was just something to explore and something I'd had in mind to do for a decade, and kind of it was just like a personal need. And so the Interpol process is a whole other kettle of fish, and it's like this beautiful collaboration. And then Julian Plenty's sort of, you know, the control freak getting to, you know, have the whole sandbox to himself kind of situation. And it was good for me to do that.
Okay, I have a question which a little odd, but I wanted to ask you about your feelings when you write and your creative process between atmosphere and structure. Okay, this is kind of a wild question. It may not make sense, but I'm going to try. How do you guys gauge those two and balance those two places? Because depending on the song, you know, and I'm thinking of even on the last album, you know, Pioneer to the Falls, for instance, is so epic and drawn out. And you even did an orchestral version, which came out as part of a bonus disc. But that, to me, is more mood and atmosphere. Whereas, you know, on the new album, it seems more dialed in, and songs like Barricade are tight, you know, are very structured. I don't even know where the question is, but as a little insight into your creative process, how do you balance those two things?
I think they just, you know, if you write one song like Pioneer to the Falls, I think there's a good chance the next song will be something entirely different, like kind of almost like a reaction to maybe something a bit more less orchestrated, a bit more minimal as far as structure and so forth. So I think it's like all of a sudden you start writing a song and you realize, okay, it's a bit more of an elaborate piece and an orchestrated piece, and it starts kind of happening very organically without sort of much of a game plan. That's what the song is asking for. But then after that, you don't want to keep doing a whole record entirely like that. So the next song, you'll probably do something that's a bit more of a reaction to it, more succinct maybe, and less orchestrations and so forth, maybe a different tempo and everything.
Just the back and forth?
I think it's just a very visceral kind of thing. It's just sort of, it's just you don't want to keep doing the same thing, so you already did that, so you want to do something a bit different right afterwards.
Okay, final question is, Chris Lombardi told me a story about a show in Mexico.
You gotta stop talking to that guy.
No,
I'm telling you, man, he's bad for you.
And he said he described it as a pogo earthquake.
Yeah.
Do you remember this show, and can you describe what happened?
It was just it was a venue, a big rectangular venue, and it had a wooden floor. And I don't know how many songs into the set we were. It was a convention hall. It was the World Trade Center of Mexico City. Fourth floor. But like, so halfway through the set, the crowd kind of, I guess they'd all just started jumping in a rhythm, and the floor was responding. Like when you see a suspension bridge freaking out in an earthquake, it was like that was happening with the floor, and they were fucking heads were going up. Pardon me. We can blip that.
We'll edit.
But I mean, it seemed almost like 5 feet, give or take, up or down. I don't know if Chris would vouch for that, but it was crazy and unsafe, and the show got called. You know, we had to cancel it. I don't think people were afraid. I think they were really enjoying themselves, but from the stage, it looked scary.
They didn't know they were going to die.
No. And they had to hold on to the soundboard because it was moving around so much. So actually, like, people held on to it so it wouldn't keep moving into the audience.
Well, our tour manager after that show, who was already a pale gentleman from Glasgow, Scotland, turned even whiter. And he's like, hey, mates, you know, the second show's canceled. And we're like, yeah, Stevie, you're funny. And it was for real. The floor almost buckled. Yeah.
Well, you guys have been challenged tonight, okay, for your second set. Well, listen, thank you again for doing this and spending some time, and we truly appreciate you playing for KCRW. Let's enjoy our second set tonight, Interpol, live.
Endurance stay. Take to analysis, so I had to make up my mind and hold it for a while. I would not just leave you without a kiss, but I guess there must come a time when there's no more tears to cry. Bees and snakes need homes. They need homes. Barricade starts to feel like a barricade to keep us away, and it kinda does start to feel like a barricade to keep us away. Did not lean on the politics, 'cause I didn't wanna train my eye to hold so short a time. Also, I just don't know where the blind could lead the sightless, but I'd still like to witness bees and snakes need homes. They need homes. Barricade start to feel like a barricade to keep us away, and it kinda does start to feel like a barricade to keep us away. Full speed, half line, full sail, decline, turn to pastime. Full speed, half line. It feels like a barricade to keep us away, and it kinda does. How much fear can you fabricate to keep us away? Full speed, half line, full sail, decline, turn to pastime. Full speed, half line, full speed, half line, full sail, decline, on to old time. Full speed, half line.
Thank you very much. That's Barricade.
Somehow I'm not impressed. Rosemary, heaven restores you in life. You're coming with me through the aging, the fearing, the strife. It's the smiling on the package, it's the faces in the sand. It's the thought that moves you upwards, embracing me with two hands. Right will take you places, yeah, maybe to the beach. When your friends, they do come crying, tell them now your pleasure's set upon slow release. Hey, wait, great smile, sensitive to fake knots, denial. But hey, who's on trial? About travel, yeah, we think about the land. We smart like all peoples, feeling real tan. I could take you places. Do you need a new man? Wipe the pollen from the faces, make revisions to a dream while you wait in the van. Hey, wait, great smile, sensitive to fake knots, denial. But hey, who's on trial? Lifespan with no cellmate, find a long way back. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? You're weightless, you are exotic, you need something for which to care. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? Inside my hand, it's a sentimental jury, the makings of a good plan. You come to love me lightly, you come to hold me tight. Is this motion everlasting? Do shutters pass?
All right, big thanks to Interpol. That was excellent, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for having us. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
So, all right. Just a real quick roll call. Of course, big thanks to Interpol for being here, playing for KCRW. Also, thanks to Jeremy Goldstein at Becker's Group. Also, thanks to Craig Allnut and Dean Lawrence. To our gracious hosts, Bob Clearmountain and Betty Bennett. Tonight's show was recorded and mixed by Bob Clearmountain with assistance from Brandon Duncan. And let's see, I do also want to thank front of house engineer Harley Zinker. Also thanks to Dave Holmes and Dunk at 3D, Sophie Kipner, Rob LaFond, Arthur Lee for filming the night, and to Rachel Reynolds, Valerie Barrett, Pam Buchanani, and I want to thank you all for coming this evening. Thanks so much. Take care.